Hi. So today I'd like to speak about nutrition. And this is a topic very dear to many individuals. Now, I wish to offer a couple very simple reflections. Because so much has been said, I wish to demystify the mystery of what a proper diet might be. The body is designed in a way that it receives nutriment from all of life that surrounds it, that abundantly is provided, and that means nature in its simplest form nurtures the body and nourishes the body. When we process it in ways that have become popular in today's age and add different chemicals that have been produced in laboratories without proper understanding of their full effects on the individual, they're synthesized rather than coming out of nature, which is united with all things, part of a whole process of birth, growth, death. These chemicals can create, so a diet that's healthy for the body is a diet that is free of all these chemicals that humans created and put into the foods, and also free of processing it too much. Because the foods that we eat are information. They're more than just energy and building blocks. They are information. Nature has a specific process of germination, of growth, of blossoming, of fruition, all of this part of an integral process, and the food that we eat contains all of this information, the proper sequence of life, and it's really medicine, it's magic. And our bodies, as they break them down, the foods that we eat are learning this natural process, and the bodies become more and more healthy, full of these natural ways. The body just learns in these ways as well. So when we eat the foods that have been processed by machines and in other ways, it doesn't have that same effect. And in fact, an individual who consumes these processed foods can experience less and less of a sense of wholeness, health, happiness, harmony. And same with these chemicals. The body's designed in a way that it naturally wants to eliminate what doesn't belong there. And it will actually put all of its energy into eliminating these things. This is what causes a lot of dis-ease that we experience. Actually, nearly all of it. Cancers, all of these things that we experience as dis-ease is actually accumulated toxins and arthritis, of accumulated toxins being eliminated, but they've accumulated it to such a degree that it's very challenging to do it, but we keep putting more and more in. So it's not really working with the body to eliminate, it's working against it, and there's more of a dualistic thinking that I want to be healthy, yet the body is sick, and we're not working with the body anymore. We're seeing the body as almost an enemy. So the foods we want to eat, that's just shining some light on a couple aspects of what we call dis-ease. But the foods that we want to eat are the foods that come from the earth. The fresh fruits, the fresh vegetables, the fresh grains, the grains that are unprocessed. These are natural, they come from the earth. They have proper sequence to them. When they're organic, they don't contain any chemicals. The more local the food that we eat, this is the better. This is what we want, because that's where we live, that's where we grow. And if we eat foods that grow in a warm climate and we live in a cold climate, perhaps it's creating conditions in the body that is teaching it how to live in a warm climate, and we live in a cold climate. It can create imbalances. So we want to eat the foods that grow near us in the seasons that they're growing, because then our bodies are working with the seasons, becoming more and more in harmony with everything that surrounds us, in that season, at the time, in the proper order. You see, everything we need is abundantly provided now, here, now, surrounding us. So as we eat the foods that are here for us now, our bodies, our beings become more and more here, present, acclimated, and attuned to nature and the natural cycles that are happening exactly here and now, attuned to the location that we're living in. So the simpler the foods, the better. This is also the way the digestive system works. It wants to work with as few foods as possible. That means if we eat a meal with like 3 different foods, like maybe we have buckwheat, we have buckwheat, we have spinach, we have carrots. Okay, that's a meal. That's fine. That's great. And the body will digest it very easily. Digestion will go very well and smooth and will be eliminated very quickly. If we eat a lot of different types of foods, sometimes the combinations become complicated for the body to digest. And what needs to happen is that specific enzymes need to be produced in the body. And these enzymes, sometimes if we eat like different types of foods that conflict, then the enzymes won't work efficiently. And what happens is nutrients that we're eating these foods, but the nutrients can't be absorbed because it's not being broken down properly. And so the food we're eating, there's so much waste produced and so little actually being used. So this is what happens in